Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody's having a great evening. We're going to be doing a lesson in the first part of our meeting today, and then we are going to also be doing some chart requests and looking at some of the swings, looking at the newsletter, and having a great time. Okay, so thanks again for joining me. And first and foremost, like we do always, please let me know where you're tuning in from tonight, and I'm going to share some of your names up there on the screen. Okay, so first, audio is good to go. Looks like we have about 50 people in here so far, and obviously we're going to pick up pretty soon. And if at any point, what did I say? If any point we get over 250 people in here, we're also going to do some giveaways. All right, so here we go. So we got Raju from London, Jackie, where did you go, Jackie? Jackie Taylor from Atlanta, Brethren to all Washington, D.C., Red Lac, Orlando, Tom, Florida, Andrea, Snooty. Welcome, Andrea. Snotty from Houston, Texas. So you guys know Andrea by now. She's here all the time. I just actually had a call with her on some of her trades. So welcome back, Andrea. Thanks for being here. Louis from Naples, Mark from Bay Area, Lauren from California, Sharita from Maryland, Kwasni from California. What else we got? Raju, I got you already. Right here, walking loser, New York. No, you're a walking winner, brother. Come on. Let's change that around. Shanine from Birmingham, Alabama. And what else do we have here? Alberto from San Diego. So one more. What else? One more. Todd Weddingcamp from Santa Rosa. All right, beautiful. Okay, so today's topic is about the lesson is basically going to be about trading in uncertain markets. And I actually want to go back to the option play that I took on Amazon to start this conversation and talk about the market and what we can expect going forward, and then also how to protect yourself when things are uncertain. Okay, so as you guys know, right, those that follow me closely, watch my trades and all that, we took Amazon on the break of this inside bar. So basically Amazon gapped up the following week, and immediately at the open I bought calls, and I paid $4,000 for the calls, and we went all the way up here to 100 and it was $175 per call. So I took 4,000 and basically turned it into 17,500 at that time. And then I actually used a trailing stop loss, and right here on this day, the next day when we broke the low, so on the daily chart, I actually sold my position. And obviously it looks like I'm a genius, but I just used the Holy Grail pattern, and I saw the next day we broke the high and we had no follow through. And then from there, I just used the low of that day as my stop loss, my trailing stop loss. So I was able to make double of the option play. But this brings me to the topic of today's video. And we can look on Amazon and we can really see that the market had broken out last week. A lot of names had broken out last week, and then we had a big sell-off into the end of the week. So that in itself means that there are short traders here, there are profit takers here, and the trades don't necessarily need to be easy. And that's why I want to share with you guys today how to navigate those markets. So the first thing right here is we got Eldon Harris here with the $1.99. Thank you very much, bro. I got the thumbs up super chat sticker right there, so very, very much appreciate that, brother. Thank you. So that's going to Starbucks fund. After this, I'm going to Starbucks, and I'm gonna get some nice I actually got something new yesterday. Let me think about this, like a caramel macchiato, an iced one, and that thing was crazy. So what I want to do is I actually want to draw the Fibonacci here. And I want to talk about the importance of the Fibonacci and unpredictable markets, right? The Fibonacci, as we all know, the Fibonacci is a tool that shows us extensions, right? And those extensions are important when we're looking at stocks on the higher time frame, because those stocks on the higher time frame when we hit some of these major targets, we can actually start to see a lot of selling come into play. So I'm going to take the Fibonacci back here from this pivot, actually from this one right here. I think they're pretty much close. So let's see which one is lower. So this one is 2871 and this one is 2881. So I'm going to take it from 2871. I want to use the lowest anchor in this channel. Okay. And then I'm going to pull it up to this highest point of the channel, which is up here. And then I'm going to show the extensions here. Okay. So let me show you guys how you can get exact precision on your fibs. So we want to go here, pull it all the way like this. And then we know the low is 2871. So we're going to double click and we're going to go here, 2871. Okay. Like that. And then we're going to look at this high, and this high is 35.54. So I'm just going to double click on the fibs and we're going to do 35.54. So now our fibs are perfectly lined. And as you can see, okay, so now let's draw the Fibonacci legs together. We had this first impulsive leg like this, right? This is a concept I talk about in my book all the time. And then we pulled back to the 618 perfectly, right? So that was beautiful. So the first actual best play on Amazon is using the 618 right here as your entry for calls. This was the best play. And I didn't take this one. I missed it. I ended up taking this one, but you seen how late I was in the game, and I was able to get 4 times my money at the high here. But imagine if I actually bought with a limit order on the 618, I probably would have made 10 times my money. So this is a mistake on my part for not being on top of everything. And it happens sometimes. No one's perfect, right? So what I want to do now is I want to show you something. Okay. So we have the 10% extension. So that's the custom extension that I created. We have the 0.169. These two are custom extensions that I've created. And the normal one that you normally see is the 272. That's just a normal one, right? So what the plan with Amazon for me was, I actually knew this 272 was going to be a major resistance, right? And if you look closely, you can see we tagged it and we just dropped, right? And remember what I show you guys on the 5-minute chart, it's actually the same thing that's happening on the weekly chart. And the stock market is fractal in nature. Everything is a reflection of each other. What's happening on the higher time frames also happening on the lower time frames, and the trend might be completely different, right? So the same concepts we apply on the day trades when I teach you the option recaps, it's the same things happening on the higher time frame. It's just that the higher time frame has a lot more volume, a lot more power in it, and it can influence the lower time frame significantly. So when we came to the 272, I was actually thinking about selling everything. And that's when I was basically at $15,000 of unrealized gains. But the biggest problem that I had with Amazon, and the biggest problem that a lot of you are going to face, and this comes to lesson number 1, is basically about scaling out. And I only was able to get 1 contract with Amazon because on this account that I was trading with, $4,000 was above my 1 or 2% threshold that I tell you guys, the 1 or 2%. But I was very confident in the play, so I went ahead and took it, right? But because of that, I put myself in a bad spot, because once I get out with that 1 contract, I can't be in the trade anymore. So the first lesson today is about scaling out in unpredictable market environments. Okay, scaling out to lock in profits using fib extensions. Okay, so now if I had taken it all here at the 272, obviously I would have made a lot more money and I would have felt like a god, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is that when the higher time frames, weekly, monthly, when they're meeting their Fibonacci targets, there's going to be some selling. The question is that selling going to be significant enough to change a trend? Or is that going to be just normal setting, reset, and then continue higher? We don't know as a trader. We don't know the answer to that. But we can use those extensions to start scaling out of our position. So if I had 2 contracts of Amazon, I would have scaled out some here, and then I would have used the trailing stop loss method I showed you on the rest of the position. I would have ended up with a lot more profits. Okay, so do you guys understand the first part of trading uncertain markets? It's about scaling out to lock in some profits and using the Fibonacci extensions on the higher time frames. So hit me with a 1 if you guys understand that. All right, I'm gonna have this chat here. Hit me with a 1 if you guys understand that. I think there's a little bit of a delay on the stream, it looks like. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, so that's okay. I see the ones now. All right. So, I want you guys to write this down in your notebook somewhere, that no one went broke from taking profits. Nobody went broke from taking profits. Nobody ever did. Right? So take your profits. Don't take everything off the table. I like to split the position up. So one of the position is going to, like, if I have 5 contracts, 2 or 3 of those contracts need to go out at targets. The remaining 2 of the contracts can stay on with me using a trailing stop, but the first few need to go out to lock in profit. All right. So that's the lesson. And this just shows you the power of the Fibonacci, right? Did anybody else know that the Amazon reversed at the 272 extension? Was anyone else following that? Hit me with a 2 if you were following the Amazon fibs and you saw that 272 extension, and hit me with a 2 if you've seen it. Hit me with a 3 if you didn't. That's okay. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna go back, and we're gonna go back to our schedule to discuss a few more things. Okay, so let me just hit the Control Z on all this. Okay, and we're gonna get back to our original chart. There we go. All right. So I hope that I'm blowing your mind. I promise you every time you come here that I'm gonna blow your mind, and I hope that did, because most traders that you know or you see probably wouldn't have seen that. And I find it very important to have those targets in the back of your mind and just know, like, the big Fibonacci extensions are over here. I should probably lock in some profit, right? That's the whole point of it. Okay, so basically, what I said, number 2 there was targets. That's basically where I started, right? So that's the Fibonacci extension. That's what you want to pay attention to, right? And then the other thing is just hedging. So do you guys know what hedging is? So hit me with a 2 if you understand what hedging is, or if you currently do hedging. Hit me with a 2 if you do that. And I'm going to share my way that I like to do for hedging. So basically, for hedging, what I like to do is I always have at least 1 or 2 trades that are the opposite of what the rest of my portfolio is. So if I have 10 trades and 9 trades are bullish, at least 1 of them have to be bearish, at least. This, like, sometimes you will actually win the bearish trade and the bullish trade. That can happen. That's happened to me before. But the bearish trade is almost like an insurance policy. And in longer term, bigger investment accounts, a lot of professionals, they actually buy puts to hedge against their long-term portfolios, right? So they buy puts on the index, or they actually short the futures contracts, right? So if we were to go to futures right here, let's go to ES. So this is the S&P 500 futures. So, the guys that follow me, I've been doing this for a long time with the futures. And basically you can short this, right? So this is open right now, right? And look at that. We actually had a nice breakdown off of an inside bar right there. So that's actually a nice winner already. So you can short this and say, all right, I have mostly long, but I'm going to short this in case the market wants to go down and have a fixed risk. So in your head, you could say, all right, let's say I have $50,000 of longs. I can put $1,000 aside to buy puts, or I can put $1,000 aside to take a short on the futures market. And what that would do is basically, if we do really crash really hard, like if we have another COVID sell-off or something like that, those puts are going to make you back a lot of the money that you're going to lose on your longs, or at least, maybe 25 to 50% of those, of the gains that you're going to lose on the longs. So always think about that, and just consider it like buying insurance. Like, you're not going to drive your car out there without insurance. Well, some of you do. Some of you do, but you're not supposed to, right? So just think about it like that. And what I do for hedging is I take positions that are short on stocks. And one of them that we did recently, I'm just going to walk you through it, is Exelon. Actually, no, it was not Exelon. We didn't take this one yet. I gotta open my log. Let me think. Okay, so we took, one was KHC. Okay. Graphite Corps was one of them, and that one's been doing really well. And the other one, what was that one we took? I don't want to open the log right now because I just added a whole bunch of new trades. But it'll come to me. Anyways, so this is an example of a hedge for me. XOM, thank you, brother. Trevor Gaming right there. So KHC, and then let's split the screen. So here's KHC, and then here's XOM. I took puts on this, and also shares short. Okay, so here we have both of them. So basically, we have one or two positions that are in the short direction. And as you can see, here's XOM. So last week when the market is tanking, so we took the short of this inside bar, we took it down. So last week when the market is tanking, XOM is still going. Okay, it's still going down. So even I have some long swings on, and those are taking a hit. This can be there to help me with some of that, right? And also just taking the puts on these, the puts were very cheap. Got them at least, we are probably made at least 3 or 4 times on those already. Okay. And then the thing with the bulls and the bears that you need to remember is that the bulls always take the ladder up. They take the ladder up, and the bears take the escalator down. Because when selling comes, it's always in a panic. It's never controlled. Selling comes and everyone gets stopped out. Everybody starts panicking. Everybody on Twitter thinks that the market is going to crash, and we pull back. And usually they're short-lived, but that's irrelevant. The fact is, you need to have a hedge on. So I just gave you 3 ways to hedge. So puts on the overall market, short actual stocks, right? Or you can also short the futures market. And the reason you would probably want to short the futures market, if you know what you're doing with that, is that it's actually pretty cheap to like get a micro contract and short it. It's actually pretty cheap to do that. All right, so elevator down. Yeah, you guys get the point. Elevator, escalator, same thing. So here we go. We got my brother See Me hitting me with the 99 cents. I got the unicorn. Thank you very much. I appreciate the unicorn. So let me just throw you up on the screen, brother. Thank you very much. And a lovely, cute dog right there. Look at that. Beautiful. So when the market is uncertain, we need to be willing to take our targets. We need to also be hedging. And then we need to follow risk management. Okay? The risk management part we've been through many, many times. But just to refresh your memory, if we have a 2-to-1 risk to reward, you tell me how many trades do we need to win out of 100 in order to make a profit. Okay, and while let's pull up the book. Let's pull up the newsletter actually. And then we'll go to the table. Okay. So here's the newsletter for this week. Let's go to, so I see all the 34s. You guys know that. I want, like, the reason I ask this question over and over again is because I want it to be imprinted in your brain. So here we go. So this is the risk to reward table. So we need to look at this again because I know we have a lot of new people that join here, and we need to focus on the important part of trading, which is actually controlling your risk. Everything else is good, but this is the most important. So we can see here, right? This is your risk to reward, and obviously, the higher risk to reward you have, the less often you need to win, right? If you're doing a 4-to-1 risk to reward, you only need to win 21 out of 100 trades to walk away with a profit, right? But these bigger targets are a topic for another day. There's ways to get there, but in uncertain markets, right? This goes back to the concept of uncertain markets. You don't want to be over here. You want to be on the left side. Because uncertain markets, we don't usually have the ability to get to these bigger targets. And especially if you're using options, it'll be harder because of the choppiness and the false breakouts and all that. So we want to really focus on the left side right here. Okay. So this is what you should be thinking in your head is, okay, if the market is uncertain, let me try to go for a lighter target. And maybe instead of taking off, like normally what I do is I scale out my position. So then I'll say like, I'll take off some at 1.5, some at 2, some at 3, some at 4, right? And just keep going like that. But if the market is uncertain, then I'll actually take more of my position off at the first and second target, or I might take it all off, right? And that just depends on how I view the market and how much open positions that I have. So I'm going to tell you guys a cool story. So I'm with one of my mentors. I'm starting a brand new account. And basically with the brand new account, we have 6 figures in that account. And we're going to be taking the same swing trades that I take in my private room. And we're going to put them all at this target, 1.5. Okay. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about all of that, but I'm just going to tell you guys because I just want to show you guys what I'm doing. And I want to give you guys some encouragement for you guys that, we can do this challenge together. So basically, the swing trades that I'm going to take on that 6-figure account, I'm going to do everything at 1.5, right? And I want it to be completely automated. So right after this call with you guys, I'm going to go to Starbucks. I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to get some croissants for my wife because she likes that. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put the trades in. And I'm going to put the trades in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have a target at 1.5. I'm going to have my stop loss. And all I'm going to do is when I get to 1-to-1, I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. And that's it. Okay. So, and I'm taking all of the position off at 1.5. All of it. So I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think is the main benefits of doing that? Let's have a discussion. What are the main benefits of taking everything off at a lower target? What do you guys think? And also, let me know, which side would you rather be on? Do you want to be on the left side or do you want to be on the right side? So let's talk about all the pros and cons. Okay, so this one is very important right here. So surfing trends, my brother here, he's been following me. He's in the room and everything. Quick turnover. Okay, quick turnover is very important in uncertain market. Okay, imagine you're in a position that's a winning position and the market sells off overnight. And if the market sells off overnight and you gap down, you can lose all of the gains, right? So we need to be able to quickly lock in those profits and turn over your capital. Because when you're in a position, you have risk. Overnight risk is a big thing. Okay, so let's check in the chat here. How many of you guys have been in a swing position overnight and you get trapped the next day? How many of you have been in a position and the next day you're trapped? So let's say you're long and then we gap down the next day. So hit me with a 1 if you've been trapped before. Hit me with a 1. Right? So hear this now. As a professional trader, if I have a 6-figure account, I can't take on that type of exposure. I can't do it. So I need to be able to get in and out in a shorter period of time. And the way you can get in and out in a shorter period of time is actually using more closer targets. All right. So that's that. So, there's a guy on Twitter who talks about this also. He's a very big, famous channel. When the markets are uncertain, you can go for 1-to-1 and get out of everything. And that's a great advice. The only problem is he's selling a course for $5,000. That's the only issue I have. So if you're so good, if you're so smart, and if you're making so much money, why would you rob the average man for $5,000 for a course that I'm teaching right now for free? That's the question that I have for those people. You guys need to be accountable to the world. You can't rob from people like that. That's robbery. It's robbery, in my opinion. I'm not going to say any names. You guys know who they are. All right. All right. So, okay. So basically, we were at the targets. We're talking about 1.5. So that's what I'm going to do. I have a 6-figure account between me and my mentor. That's a separate account from my account. That's a separate account from his account. So we put this account together as a joint partnership because my style of trading is different now. When I started off with my mentor, I was trading futures and trading different things. But now I've evolved, and that's what I want you to do. I don't want you to do exactly what I do. I want you to evolve and grow. And now we can collaborate. You see what I mean? So because I've grown, I'm adding new ideas to my mentor, and now we're collaborating. So what we're going to do, to summarize again, is we're going to take the same swing trade setups that I take every week in the swing room, automated. We're going to put the entry and the stop, and we're going to go for 1.5 targets to sell everything. When we get to the 1-to-1, the stop loss is going to go to break even. And so the main benefit we talked about was quicker turnover. But the other main benefit that you guys have to think about that's very important for some of your lives are less screen time, less involvement, less being in front of the chart. That's very, very important, especially when you're a very busy person, right? So we got Red Lock here with the $1.99 super sticker right there. Thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate that. We have Andrea right here with the 25. Thank you, Andrea. On I think every stream you donate so much. I'm just very, very grateful. So thank you very much for the 25. So, we are definitely getting a nitro brew, macchiato, latte, croissants, everything. We're gonna have a good time tonight. All right. So back to what I was talking about. Now let's go back here. What I just shared with you guys about, I just gave you a system. I literally just gave you a system. So I want you guys to be able to talk to me like that and say, hey, Rich, I'm an aggressive trader. And there's nothing wrong with that. So someone can come to me and say, hey, Rich, no, I'm not an aggressive trader. I like to go for home runs. I like to be in a trade and I like to see it go up a lot. And I like to go for 3 or 4-to-1 risk to reward. And that's fine. That's totally fine. But the fact is, you just need to know and need to have a plan. Okay, so let's do a quick survey right there. How many of you guys know exactly where you're going to exit your position? Hit me with a 1. So how many of you have a plan around taking profits and stop loss? Hit me with the 1 if you guys have that right now. And if you need some plans, we can write some down right now. Okay, we can write some down right now if you need it. Okay, I see a lot of 1s. I see some say working on a plan, need a plan. Okay, good. So if you need a plan, let's go here. Go to tradingwars.com. Download this guide here. Okay, so this is on the front page. Download this guide and go to this part. Okay, and let's look at this together. So let me post this on Twitter so that everybody can have this. This is the most important part. Okay, so let's go here. I have so much content and it's hard for me to remember to keep sharing things because I'm also managing a lot of money and it becomes hard for me. So I like doing these and I like trying to reconnect with you guys as the audience and remembering what you guys are going through, right? So that's why I love doing these stock talks. It helps me to remember. So all right, sample scale out plans and general tips to swing trading. Okay, so I'll post that. All right, so here we go. So here are 2 plans that you guys can use. So the first one is a quick turnover approach. So obviously the conservative or quick turnover approach would be best for when the market is uncertain. So what I mean by uncertainty is like we start off on Monday, Tuesday, very bullish, and then by the end of the week, we're selling off. That's uncertainty. It means, and when I mean selling off, I mean we're giving back the whole week's range. That is selling off. Okay, not like one day of just going down a little bit. I'm talking about like what happened last week. So here's a sample scale up plan for you. So 50% at the first target, stop goes to break even, 25% at 1.5 times, use a trailing stop, 25% at 2 times, use a trailing stop. So let's pick an example and do that together. What's a recent good trade? PayPal. Okay, here we go. So PayPal is a great example of this because it did actually sell off after, right? Like that sell off. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the position tool. All right. And actually, let me talk about this because people keep asking me. So if you want the discount for Tradingview, just use the discount code right here. Oh, sorry, that's Trendspider. Use this one right here. Click on this link. So I think 2 people have done it so far and I made like $8. So yeah, I'm rich. But I think you guys will appreciate that $30 off. So here's an example of PayPal. We took this long, okay, this inside bar. So we got in when it broke the high. Stop loss was on the 618 down there, okay. And what happened with PayPal is we opened here, pushed down a little bit, then we broke through, filled us, and then we went up to these targets. So this is an example of the conservative approach. So the first target is 1-to-1 is right there. Okay, so we get to 1-to-1. We take 50% of the position off. Stop loss goes to break even. And then it continued higher here. Okay, so then the rest of our position goes off at 1.5, right? And then 2, do we get to 2? No, we never get to 2 times. So basically, the remainder, so the last 25% of our position comes and hits us for break even. Okay, so then we still walk away with profits on that. Okay, so now let me ask you a question. If you went for 3R, would you have won on this trade? If you went for 3R, would you have won on this trade? Hit me with a 1 if you had won, would have won, or hit me with a 2 if you would have lost. What do you guys think? So I'm trying to show you guys through my actual trades the truth about trading and like why you need to make these decisions. Okay? Yeah, big baddie right there. This is my brother right here, guys. Him and Ricardo in Twitter, in the Discord. These guys are really helping me a lot and really appreciate them. Thank you very much. So basically, by going for that 3R target, then you would have not made nothing on this trade. And if you didn't put your stop loss at break even, then guess what? You would have been down right now. So imagine you got in a trade, you did everything right, but the greed is what kills you. So this is why you need to have a plan. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with going for 3-1. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to know the risks. You have to know them. So that's why each and every one of you here in the room today, I want you to have a plan. Okay? I was just working with my student, and we agreed for now that she's going to do 1-1, just for now, until she can get more experience and more practice there. And obviously the 1-1 is going to hit more often than not. Okay. So now here's the next question to you guys. How many of you guys have do back testing and know what your percentages are at the different targets? Okay. Hit me with a 1. Hit me with a 1 if you do back testing and you have your percentage win rates at the different targets. Hit me with a 1. Anybody in here? There's got to be that one guy that's in here that's back testing and drilling. We got a 1 in process. That's good enough. Okay. All right. Now pay attention. Okay. Get the pen and the pad out. I've gone through hundreds of trades. Thousands probably at this point in my career. If you go to 1-1, you can have between a 60 to 70% win rate with a good system. Okay, 60 to 70, sometimes 75. If you go for 2, let's just look at the 2 different ones. If you go to 2 times can drop from 60 to 70% to 45 to 50%, just like that. And 3 times can go to 40%, 35%. But here's the interesting thing. So which one of those 3 do you think made the most money? Okay, so do you think 1R made the most money, 2R made the most money, or 3R made the most money? So we'll do a 1 for 1R, 2 for 2R, and a 3 for 3R. Which one? So I told you the win rates, right? So obviously the 1R is a higher win rate because it's easier to get to that target. So, but you guys tell me, which one do you think made the most profit? So I see 1, 2, 3. I see a lot of different numbers here. One, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3. Okay. So now this is from my back testing. In general, 2 makes you most money. In general. That's why. Why do you think I always tell you guys? With a 2-1 risk to reward, we only need to win 34 out of 100 times. Right? That's why. Because I'd have the numbers, guys. I'm not speaking through, through what I think. I'm speaking through what the numbers say. But that being said, when the markets are uncertain, there's certain times of the year when the markets are hard to trade. 1R will outperform. Okay? 1 times your risk will outperform. It may outperform for a month or two, but if you have a sound system, at the end of the year, the 2 times will make you more money. So now the question comes to you. Do you want to make more money or do you want to win more frequently? That's actually a very important question. I need you guys to think about these things. Because if the market starts becoming harder and more difficult, I will be there to make sure you are prepared by asking you these questions. You don't need to ask these questions after you lost money. You need to ask them before you make money. Okay? So now you need to pick for yourself. Do you want to win more often or do you want to make more money? So you guys are writing your trading plan down, right? And I want you to send me some pictures tonight. I'll post it on the Twitter. We're going to show the community what we do. Okay, we don't play games here. We don't play games here. We don't come here and draw cup and handle, spoon and fork, and 600 lines, J-Lo's bottom. We don't do that here. We talk about the real stuff in trading. Okay, so tonight, what you're going to do is you're going to write it down. You can do it pretty in a Word document. You can put your, all that background stuff, whatever you want to do, cursive writing, whatever. I need you to write down what's going to be your profit-taking style, where you're going to scale out. Write that all out. Share it with me. While you're in there, write a few other things. Right? So go back to this list. So write about how you're going to manage your risk. Write about what type of order entry style you're going to use. And then write the trade manager. So I want you to write these 3 sections down on a piece of paper. And I want you to share it with me later. And then we're going to post it and we're going to share it with the community. And I just want you to have that down so that that's your business. That's your business plan. And you're going to stick with it. Okay? And the whole reason why we got to this topic was because we're talking about trading in uncertain times in the market. And trading in uncertain times involves you to actually be a good planner and to actually have a plan. That's what it really comes down to. Proper position sizing, understanding where your targets are going to be, managing your risk. Those are the things you have to do. Because when the markets are easy, right? When the markets are easy, then anybody can make money, right? You just buy and close your eyes. And those people think that they're a professional trader. But trust me, when the markets become tough, they will lose all of that, plus more. Okay? So now let me ask you guys a question. Last one here. So if you're doing options, right, do you think it's better to have more conservative targets, or do you think it's more better to have more further away targets? What do you think for options? So we talked about the different approaches. So what do you think about options? Would it be better to do like get out at 1-to-1 or go for farther targets? I see a lot of conservative. I see a lot of further. It's a good question. So this one probably comes down to a little bit more personal preference, right? But let me throw one part. Let me ask you guys another question. Why would it be better? Why would it be better to take a lot off of it at the closer target? What do you guys think? I'm not saying sell everything. But remember the Amazon. Remember what we just looked at in with Amazon. Why would it be better to take it more conservatively? Okay, there we go. So the Greeks, theta, the time decay. The time decay is a killer with options. because you have a part of the option price that depends on how much time you have to expiry. So if you actually get to your targets quicker with more expiry left, you're going to be able to capitalize on the increase in the Greeks and the extra time value that you have left over. Right? So generally what I tell people is when you're doing options, you want to do the bulk of the position really at the close targets, the bulk of it, because you can actually make a lot of money because you still have time on your side, right? Okay. All right. So let's go back, see where we are. I don't know how we're already at 45 minutes because I didn't get through everything that I want to talk about. But anyways, that's how we do it over here. It's always a party. And then I just want to show you an example of like what an uncertain market looks like. So this year, March of 2021 was the hardest month for me in the swing room. And you could see, look how many losers I had. I had winners. I had a lot of losers, right? So basically, when the market is uncertain, sometimes you just need to stay alive. Okay? You need to stay alive because look at this. After this period of, not really making any money, then we have the good months, April, May, June, right? So the problem with most new traders is they actually blow up their account in this month. In this period of time, they will blow up their account. Do you guys agree? Do you agree that new traders, when the market is uncertain, they're likely to blow up their account? Hit me with a 1 if you think so. So that's why I say the most important thing is about risk management. There's going to be periods in the market where things are easy, smooth, and then there's going to be periods of time where it's hard. Right? So Darian says he lost 15R in March, right? So if you don't do it properly, you won't have an account. Right? So I just want to show you a real example. Like I'm talking to you from my experience. I'm not talking to you from a textbook, guys. Or I'm not talking to you as a marketer. I'm talking to you from the trades that I take personally. That is why I can tell you these things, because it's my trading experience. Okay, so let's continue. So I want to show that. I want to talk about the newsletter, swings for next week, chart requests, real life trading collab, golden indicators. Got a donation here from a brother, Joy Moore Matsukuri. What's your opinion on leaps, 2 years, DITM calls? Would you hold them through correction or cut your losses to get back later? So, brother, I don't do leaps. I don't. So, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure how to answer. I don't play those. I play more short-term option plays. I don't really go like more than 3 months out, 4 months out at best. I don't do those because those are become very hard with the pricing, and a lot of them are priced very heavily with the Greeks and stuff like that, right? So I don't really play that. But what I would say there is just so let's say you got into the option and you got to know right away what you're willing to risk with that. So are you risking the full option price that you put in, or are you have a stop loss? So like you're willing to risk 50%, let's say. And if you're willing to lose it all, then stick to your plan, right? Don't let the market, the ups and downs, take you away from your plan. As a professional trader, I could tell you the most important thing is following your plan. It's not about making money. It's about following your plan, because your plan eventually will make you money as long as you follow it religiously. All right. So sorry I couldn't help you much more with that, brother, but I appreciate the donation. All right. So let's go to the newsletter. So the newsletter is in here in Telegram. I see that we went up to 1,432. I want the Telegram to have a lot more people Oh my God. We got Davis Trades up in here, boys. Davis Trades, welcome, brother. Gonna have to start making this a weekend ritual. Rich, you're gonna be on here with me, brother. So thank you very much for being here, man. I appreciate that. I know that there's a few other channels doing things, and I'm actually very grateful that you decided to tune in right here. So we're gonna get you on the channel soon. Trust me, we're gonna get you on there, and we're gonna have a party. All right, guys. So check this man out, Davis Trades on Twitter. He's a good guy. He's a honest guy, and he's out here speaking the truth, and that's what we do with Trading Wars. We speak the truth, and nothing but the truth. And what's the other line in that statement? I don't know. You guys fill that in for me. So here we go. So I want you guys to get on the Telegram, because in case of Twitter shutting me down for whatever reason, or whatever, like lately there's been this thing about people giving financial advice and all that stuff, the SEC and all that crap. Okay. I don't give financial advice. I don't tell anybody what to do. Everything that I share are my trades that I take personally. Okay. Those are my trade. Every single trade that I take in my swing room or that I post for you guys, I take them personally. It's my trades. It's my journal, basically. And I want you to learn through observing what I do. And if you think it fits your trading plan, then go ahead and you can join in. Right. But that's why I'm also getting you guys to write a trading plan, because I don't want you to just blindly follow me or anybody else. Write it down. Send me a picture and we'll post it. Right. So here we go. Let's post this right here. I want you guys in here. I need this as a backup. Okay. And my wife, she's agreed to basically start helping me post more content in the Telegram, more educational content, more of my free materials. And I want it to, it's very clean, right? It's very clean. There's no comments, there's nothing, no one can say anything. So it's nice in that way. We just have the facts here, we have the resources. Okay. So please join this. And if anything ever happens to me on Twitter, you guys know where to find me. All right. So let's look at the newsletter. Here we go. So I updated from last week. So we had some good shorts on Coin, BSX, and then a long on NI. And then here we go. Here are the instructions. You guys know about that. So these are the picks for this week. These are all inside bars. These are some nice ones that I found. Some ones we should talk about quickly. Let's bring these up real quick. So we have American Airlines, right? I'll go to the weekly here. It's a really nice inside bar pattern right there. And I really like this one a lot because it's actually pressing up against a hammer candle, right? And this one looks really, really interesting. And we also had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of selling. So there's actually a bullish case here and a bearish case here, because we're also at the previous bounce we had was right around here too. So this is a nice one that I'm looking at. Let me just pick two more from here. Let's look at BBY, because I bought a TV from them this weekend. So let's see what's going on. Okay, that's a beautiful flag pattern. That's on a fib for sure. Let's draw the fib. Fibonacci from low to high. Okay, we tagged the 618 a few times, and now we have a beautiful inside bar pattern sitting on the 618. That is like very, very beautiful, right? So you can play the inside bar right there and look to play that also with the Fibonacci support. I really like that. And if Best Buy starts to get going, we could maybe in the next few months, we could potentially break through, make a new all-time high. But if we start turning around here, then that's going to be potential to come back down to the 786, 886 zone, and then maybe even break the swing low. And if we break the swing low, then we're going to actually have to draw the fib like this. Okay. And that'll be a bigger retracement. Oh my God. We got ME right here with the 50. Can I send you my trades I'll be placing tomorrow? It's a big chunk. And how do I do it? DM Twitter. Hey, brother. Yeah, DM me on Twitter, brother. DM me on Twitter. I really appreciate this donation. I'll help you in whatever way I can, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay? Appreciate that. And I'll definitely look it over and give you some tips. We got the $5 here from Cassandra. Rich, thank you for your time and useful content. Many of us truly appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. To me, this is basically what I decided my purpose is. It's to help people through through education. It's really through education, because trading is one part of what I do, but I also educate a lot of high school students and university students. I was a teaching assistant for many years, but I just help like with financial literacy. I'm working with the Dream Wakers organization, and that's my purpose, is to help people. That's what I decided it's going to be. So for me, this is living my purpose every day. And I just got to continue to stay on the positive side and not let any negativity get in the way. Because when the negativity gets in your brain, it spreads like wildfire. But you really have to come back and focus on what's your bigger purpose. So that's what it is for me, guys. So appreciate that. What else do we have here on the newsletter? Right here. So we have Holy Grails, and we have some 2-week, right? So let's look at a few Holy Grails. So Square is actually one that I have set up in the private room right now. That's a beautiful Holy Grail pattern right there. The outside bar and the inside bar on Square. That's a nice one. I really like that one. The last time we had a Holy Grail was back here, and they were both winners. So I'm not saying it's going to be a winner, but I'm playing the chart, right? So there we go. So I like that a lot. UNP, I like this one too. There we go. A nice little Holy Grail. Beautiful, right? That's a really nice chart right there. So I like that. And then we have Roku on the 2-week chart. So unfortunately, so let me ask you guys if anyone can help me here. I don't have scanners for the 2-week or 3-week chart. I only have it for the weekly and the monthly, and then 4-day, 3-day, 2-day, and the daily, and then the lower time frame. So if any of you guys know how to actually run a scanner on the 2-week or 3-week chart, please DM me and let me know. Because that would help me a lot. Because currently what I'm doing for the 2-week charts and the 3-week charts is I actually go here to my bigger watch list right here, this one right here, and I actually manually go through every single one to look for these. And then I post it and share it with you guys. So it's becoming a pain. But anyways, I really like Roku here. From both perspectives, it's a good trade, actually. If we look from a short perspective here, we can pull the Fibonacci from the height of the low like that. And we can see we actually rejected the 886 like almost perfectly. So let me delete this, right? So you can see that, right? That's beautiful. That's the power of Fibonacci here with a pull down, push back to 886, nice push down. Like the algo right there, the algorithm right there is just laughing. They're just laughing. Like they're just playing games, right? The short is on the 886, stop above the swing high right there. That's 3 to 4 times their money. If they're doing puts, right, you can imagine how much you're going to make. Davis Trades, got to run rich. Keep up the good work, brother, and tune out the negativity. No bullshit. Education and transparency is what the community needs more of. Enjoy your evening. Thank you, brother. Thanks, Davis. All right, guys. Wish Davis a good night, man. He's a good guy. Follow him on Twitter. And, if you have 2 or 3 guys that you follow that are clean guys, good guys, willing to help, man, you can really improve your trading. So he's one of the guys that I would definitely recommend checking him out. All right. So we got I Am Not Liam here with the $5. Thanks for all of this. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate all the donations tonight, guys. This is great. This is really great. Thank you very, very much. All right. So, playing that bar there would be great. And then the next thing that I have there, let's do one more together. Let's do Tesla. So Tesla, I'm in shares, I'm in calls. I made some good money on this double inside bar. I don't know if you guys remember it, but I played this double inside bar. We shared it 2 weeks ago, and this is good money. This move from here to here is good money on calls, and it's also good money on shares. So hit me with a 1. Hit me with a 1 if you played the double inside bar pattern with me. Hit me with a 1. Did anybody play that with me? Anybody? Okay, I got some 1s. Good. All right, good. So now we have another inside on the 2-week. So that's a nice opportunity as well. The thing with Tesla is that when it gets going, it gets going. So it's either going to rip or it's going to crap. And that's okay. As traders, we just need movement. That's what we look for. That's all we can ask for. All right. So that's that. And then here on the blue list, these are all of my swings for next week that I'm personally going to take in the private room right here, except for a few of them. I just have them there to show you guys. So all of the entry, stop loss, and targets are already there. If not, if you guys can just use the newsletter. That's fine. Okay. And the last two things here before we start looking at chart requests is I want to talk about my real life trading collaboration. So Jeremy Newsome. So let's find him right here. He is one of the first guys that ever put me over. That's what I like to call it. Hold on, let me get it. Newsome. It's Newsome Nuggets. Okay. So Jeremy Newsome, he's CEO of Real Life Trading. He interviewed me back when I had like 3,000 or 4,000 followers, and it was actually really funny because when he was interviewing me, I was in a trade on futures at the same time. And during the video, while he was interviewing me, I hit like targets and it was going off on my phone. It's like beep, 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 right? And then I was like, oh, do you hear that? That's me hitting profits. So that was pretty epic. I couldn't make a debut better than that. I feel like one of those like 90s wrestlers showing up for the first time, like Hulk Hogan. I'm on the stream and then I'm hitting targets. So that was amazing. But Jeremy is a great person, and he's a very generous dude, as Big Baddie says. He has a very good, solid YouTube channel, Real Life Trading, and he does a lot of the free things that I do, guys. He does a lot of that. So please check my brother out here. And we have a plan for August 8th, I believe. I believe August 8th. I think it's August 8th. I'll announce it after. But he's gonna show up on the Sunday Stock Talk with us, and he's gonna help with the first lesson on gaps and trap traders. So you guys know I love to talk about that. I love to go through like how to trade gaps, who's trapped at the open. You guys know I do all that. So Jeremy's gonna come on. We're gonna have a lesson for a bit, and I need to stop making these things so long because people have lives. You know, I need to stop making this for like 2 hours. Like I gotta stop. I don't know how the time goes like this. So I'm gonna try to keep it very professional and keep it on time next time. Okay. So Jeremy, follow him, follows YouTube and all that. Real Life Trading, great community. And we're gonna get him on there. We're gonna go through a lesson and we're gonna do chart requests with everybody after. Good. All right, great. The golden indicators. So I feel like some people are still having trouble with this, but this was the one. So I basically have three. The Trading War Golden Indicators is the one that has everything. This one got banned basically because I shared to the public, and apparently I'm not allowed to, even though I'm an affiliate with Tradingview. I don't know why. And the Holy Grail, this is just the Holy Grail, but this one is the Golden Indicators. So I don't know. Basically, I copied the code here, and all you guys have to do, so because people keep asking me, all you have to do here is go to my pinned tweet right here. And for some reason, you have to actually click on this in order to see it. I don't know why. Like Twitter sometimes doesn't make sense, but it's the last one right here. Free Trading Wars Golden Indicator. And then just want to click that link right there. Okay. And then you just want to do add to favorite indicators. So that should take care of you guys right there with that. All right. And then now let's go into the chart requests. Obviously I can't do all of them because we've already passed over an hour, but I'm going to do my best. And because I want to keep it very simple today, and I want to give you a very simple and easy way to scan the markets. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at the inside bars and the outside bars. We're going to look at the weekly, the monthly, and the daily. And if we don't have a setup on there, we're going to move on to the next trade. Very simple. Okay, we can also add the fibs, but we don't have enough time to do that analysis. So let's do the simple analysis for now. All right, so let's go to the Discord. So we have my members here in the Discord that have posted chart requests. So I'm going to pick one from each person here, and then I'm going to do a little bit on the Twitter, and then I'm going to take some of you guys' requests in the chat. All right, so the guys in the chat, just save it for now a little bit. I got to get to the guys here in the Discord first because these guys these guys, you know, they're paying members, right? And I don't want them to feel left out. So let's hit these guys up first. So let me take 2 from my brother right here, Luis Guzman. So let's go here. So Walmart weekly. Good. So no setup on the weekly. Actually, should we do the monthly? Yep. So monthly, okay, monthly inside bars forming. So all we can do very simply with this inside bar forming, this is what we call the power play. Okay, so write that down. This is the power play, right? So the power play right here is basically if we break the high, we can go long. If we break the low, we can go short. So we're watching the inside bar forming in real time. And with that formation, we can do the power play and we can take advantage of trap traders. Because let me ask you a question. So we actually went from Walmart from a low of 138.22. We came all the way back to 141.56. So let me ask you guys a question. If we come back all the way down here and we break 138.22, who's going to be trapped? Who's going to be losing money if we actually next week we turn around and we come back down here? Who's going to be trapped? The Bears or the Bulls? What do you guys think? Who's going to be trapped if we have a move like that? So we see the Bulls, right? The Bulls, exactly. So that's how you can play the power play. All right. So I don't see anything on the weekly. We can play the power play on the monthly. We'll go to the daily. There's nothing. Okay. So we move on. So, all right. So we got some new guys coming in here. PDD weekly. Okay, inside bar. So we can play PDD inside bar weekly. We can take the break above, break below for short. Simple, simple, simple. Monthly, nothing. Daily, okay, nothing. Okay, that's how we got to do it. We're gonna do it like that. That's how you keep trading simple. We don't need to draw a bunch of stuff on the chart because it's gonna confuse you, right? Hit me with the 1. Hit me with the 1 if you agree. If you draw too many things on the chart, you get confused. What do you guys think? You see too many things and you get false signals. Okay, weekly, nothing. Monthly, nothing. Daily, nothing. Okay, we could also do the 2-week and the 3-week, but I'm gonna let you guys do that, right? So in the interest of time, Oracle, beautiful, holy grail on the daily. So Oracle, Oracle will probably be one of the picks for tomorrow for the day trades. That's a beautiful pattern on Oracle. So there we go. I still have to do that. I still have to post those ones. So there we go. So daily, weekly, nothing. Monthly, nothing. Okay. So I really like the daily on Oracle right there. That's a beautiful pattern. We can play that tomorrow. Continue. So we got Netflix. Daily, nothing. Weekly, outside bar. So that's good. And monthly, nothing. Okay. So outside bar, we can play the outside bar, right? The outside bar is very powerful too. So look at these. Look at the last few times we had outside bars. We had outside bar here. We had a nice short here. Outside bar long. That was a big runner, right? So the outside bar don't underrate it. I know I talk a lot about the inside bar, but don't forget about the outside bar. What does the outside bar mean? Okay. Somebody type in there. What's the outside bar mean? By the time I continue with the rest of the picks. Okay. What does that mean? PayPal. Daily. So weekly, nothing. Daily inside bar. Play the bar. Okay, monthly. PayPal will probably go on the picks for tomorrow too. Coin. I see bearish. I see trend. I see trap traders. What else do you guys think? So coin, nice inside bar. Beautiful. Could play that tomorrow. Weekly, nothing. Monthly, nice. Monthly is very nice here. Monthly is very, very nice here. So if we look at the monthly, we have a double inside bar power play. The first inside bar has closed. The second one is still forming, and that's what we call the power play. So we can use the power play bar to take our entries, playing off the bar, right? So the outside bar, what it means is that, if we go back to the chart, the outside bar means that we broke the previous candle's high and we broke the previous candle's low. So what it means is that we trapped both sides. Okay, we trapped both sides right here. Okay, because we broke above and we turned around. We also broke down. You can see here we broke down and we started coming back up. Right? So that means that shorts are in a better position here now than the bulls, obviously, because the bulls we pushed down a lot more. But what it means is that we're faking out the we're faking out traders. Some people went long on the break, they're trapped. Some people went short on the break, they're trapped. So both people are trapped. So it's another form of consolidation. It's a very simple way to see consolidation without drawing 500 lines. Just look at the candle. So now what we're trying to do with the outside bar is play off of this bar, either with the drill down method or the break above the high, break below the low, the breakout method, either the drill down or the breakout method, to use that advantage. So the advantage that we know many traders are trapped, that can lead to a lot of movement. All right? So there we go. Okay? So that's what we do with the outside bar. So here we go, PayPal, Square. So right here, my brother, he has these ones here, Square, Roku, Shop, Tesla. Okay, let's look at this Roku, Shop, and Tesla on the daily. Okay, so these are all setups for you guys, all right? Roku, beautiful inside bar, very nice. Shop, okay, nice. Okay, there's going to be a lot of picks for tomorrow. Tesla, nice. All right, so there you go. Those are all trading ideas right there, guys, for tomorrow. Right, so those are all trading ideas for tomorrow. Then here we go, NVIDIA from Susin right there. So let's look at NVIDIA. Okay, so we go to the daily, nothing. Weekly, nothing. Monthly, nothing. So I know, yeah, it does look very bearish and there's a lot of selling and stuff. But from my perspective, if I don't have the price action pattern, I have to move on to the next trade. I don't like to speculate on anything else that doesn't fit my system. If it doesn't fit what I do, I have to move on because I know that that's where my edge is, right? So here we go. BA, daily, nothing. Weekly, here we go. Outside bar. So you can play the outside bar, drill down or breakout. Then monthly, nothing. Okay, so that's nice. There's a lot with a lot of setups. So Facebook, Oracle, we talked about. Facebook, daily, nothing really. Weekly, nothing. Monthly, nothing. So Facebook was actually one of my losing trades last week. I played calls on Facebook and it didn't work out. So I took a loss on that. So we go Expedia, EXR, JMI, Expedia. So we did Tesla already. Expedia, daily, weekly. Okay, daily. This is a beautiful look at this outside bar. That one is powerful. This is an outside bar to take a picture of. Okay, here's an outside bar to take a picture of. So somebody please remind me the next time we meet together as a group, let's look at how Expedia did from this outside bar. This is a very beautiful one because it's also hanging out at this previous low here. And that's a very beautiful candle. So I love this one. Let's see how it goes. That's a nice one for a day trade this week or even a swing. Okay, Expedia, EXR. EXR, daily outside bar. That's nice. Weekly, nothing. Monthly, nothing. Okay, so know the time frame you're playing on. Take the plays. Use the breakout or the drill down method. Okay, do you guys understand breakout or drill down method? Hit me with a 1 if you're familiar with the breakout and the drill down method. Weekly, nothing. Monthly, nothing. Daily double inside bar pattern on JMIA. So any of you guys, haven't played this stock before, but any of you guys playing this is a beautiful double inside bar pattern to play for tomorrow for the day trade. So very, very nice. Okay. What do you think about X-ray, SNA? Okay, let's do that. X-ray, and then X-ray, daily, weekly, monthly. Don't really see anything. SNA. Okay, there's an inside bar power play there. Weekly, nothing. Daily, nothing. Okay, let's do a few here. Netflix, Bud, AVGO. Okay, and then I'm gonna move on to some of the other ones now. Okay, Netflix, weekly, daily, nothing. Weekly, yes, nice outside bar on the weekly. So this is a beautiful setup here, and I like this one with Netflix a lot because there's a lot of trap people here. Look at this. Look at all of these sell-offs. Right, so something has to give. Right. Something will give, and when it does give, it's likely to be very explosive because of the fact that it's been like this for basically from July, right? So is it July of 2020? So that's basically 1 year, right? So that's a nice power play. Nice one. Okay, so Netflix, AMAT, ADSK. Okay, Chewy, AMAT, ADSK, and Chewy. AMAT, weekly nothing, monthly nothing, daily nothing. Chewy, weekly. Oh, nice one here. So maybe Chewy's gonna make our list finally, I think. So there we go. Nice daily, weekly. Ooh, this is a new pattern. Double outside bar pattern. So you guys come up with a name there for me. Come up with a name. Come up with a name for a double outside bar pattern. Post it in the chat, and let's pick one. We'll figure that out. On a monthly, nothing really. Okay, and what did I say? There was one more. AVGO. AV. Will I explain drill down method? Yes, brother. I explained it a few times in my other videos. Okay, the one in my pin tweet. Okay, so watch the one in my pin tweet. It's called, drilling down for entries, how to drill down. So watch that one because that's going to take at least an hour to explain. Okay, so here we go. Weekly, nothing. Daily, nothing. Monthly, nice outside bar. So good. So what do we got here? Fat boy pattern, twin towers, biggie pattern, double O, double jail pattern. Come on, guys. You guys got to come up with that. Oh, outsiders. I like that one. That's a nice one. Outside. That's a nice one. Locked out. I like that. Double bubble. I like double bubble, and I like double double. Like when you get a coffee, double double for you Canadians and Tim Hortons in Canada, your double doubles. I like that one. All right. So hit me with a few picks in the chat right now. Hit me with a few picks. And I'm going to actually go through the ones that are posted here. I'm going to pick a few, okay? SPY. Daily. Ooh, beautiful outside bar on the daily on SPY. That's going to cause a lot of drama next week, right? That's what I told you. Like, it was a lot of drama actually this week. Last week, sorry, into the close. Weekly, monthly, nothing. So this SPY can be definitely a day trade for tomorrow with this outside bar pattern. Use the breakout or the drill down method, okay? So SPY, I see that. I see GSX, GSK. Daily, nothing. Weekly, nothing. Weekly outside, that's a nice play. You could play the outside bar there. Monthly power play. So you have two options with GSK, okay? DraftKings. Monthly crap, daily crap, weekly crap, all crap. So there are no double trouble. I think I used that one already on something. That's a nice one. HD, daily, nothing, weekly, nothing, monthly, nothing. So we keep going, okay? So LYV, daily, nothing. Daily, nice outside bar. That's a beautiful one to play right there. Weekly, monthly, nothing, okay? So let's do Microsoft. Daily, outside bar on the daily. That's very important for Microsoft there because this one was actually a push into new all-time highs and then a breakdown. So that's something to watch. It could be just a normal consolidation or it could actually become something a lot bigger. All right. So guys, hit me with a one if you like this approach. Like, it's not fancy. Like, I'm not drawing lines from 6 years ago and trying to connect the dots. I'm not playing connect the dots. And it's not like fancy or special or, like anything like that. It's just straight up, just business. We're going to do business. This is the plays. This is how we do it. That's it. All right. And you guys don't even need me anymore. You don't even need me anymore. Like, that's the type of business model I have. I have a business model that once you learn from me, you don't need me. Nobody does that. Everybody wants you to be dependent on them because they want you to think that they know something that you don't know. But that's not true. It's just marketing games, guys. Duck, J&J, cat. Duck, daily, nothing. Weekly, nothing. Monthly, nothing. Okay, J&J, daily, nice inside bar. That's a beautiful one right there. I love that. Weekly, nothing. Monthly, nothing. Okay, so the what I was gonna say is the way that I do it, guys, we take the picks, and it really helps with FOMO. It helps with FOMO because even if a stock is like really up there, really, really high, I don't care. I don't. If it doesn't fit the plan, we move on. But a lot of you guys are getting killed because when you're seeing something running up high, right? And when you see other people posting and tweeting about it, it creates something called FOMO, fear of missing out. And with that, you make dumb decisions. So hit me with a 1 if you see something, if you've seen something running up or running down and you don't want to miss the party. Everybody's talking about it on Twitter and all social media, and then you get in on it and you lose money. Hit me with a 1 if that's the case. Can you draw impulsive Fibonacci on any time frame? Yes, sir. Okay, so I see the 1s. So this takes that away and it makes it just a business. Okay, let's keep going. Cat. Beautiful. So this is a this is a power play with a holy grail potential there. Okay. Daily, nothing. Weekly, outside bar. So good plays. Cat, OII. You know what I need to do? I need to actually take these, write it down in my watch list, and then when we go through the stock talk, it'll be faster. I'll just press down every single time. I don't have to type it. I'll do that next time. So AFLAC, this one showed up on my scanners. It's also in the newsletter. We had a double inside bar breakdown and another inside. This is a very, very tight consolidation. So it looks like it's ready to make a move now. Trapping people that it needs to, blah, 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 killing option premiums, etc. Monthly chart, holy grail potential. This is a power play. So, you know, if we look at this and we think about it from a bigger perspective, is you know, the monthly chart is building a holy grail. The weekly chart is consolidating. So those type of moves can lead to big plays, because when the bigger time frames really start to trigger, then it's just going to pull all the lower time frames with it. Oh, I think I did that. Netflix, we did that. Moderna, Etsy. Okay, weekly, monthly, daily. Well, I don't have any FOMO on Moderna because I'm in the trade, so it's all good for me. I've been in Moderna since this entry here, right here. 243.03. No, sorry, this is one of my other trades. I've been in Moderna since this holy grail back here. Okay, so I've been in Moderna since here. So for me, this is probably one of the best trades of the year. Really, really beautiful trade. So there's Moderna. What else did we say? Oracle, Roblox, Oracle, daily holy grail on Oracle. We talked about that one already. Roblox, daily inside bar, weekly nice outside bar. This one is a powerful outside bar because I know it's sitting on some fibs. Let's take the whole range. Okay, low to high, right on the 618. So I'm able to see that because I have experience drawing the legs. So this is an outside bar on a 618. That's a nice play to look at. Look at the drill down, look at the breakout. All right, that's a nice setup there. Nike, weekly, daily, weekly, monthly. Nope, I don't really see anything here, brother, for my taste. If we're gonna fill the gap, I don't know, but that's a big gap to fill. So I don't know. I probably not, but if the market does decide to tank, it's possible. Apple, daily, weekly, monthly, nothing. Okay, I'm just gonna. So we did SPY, Walmart, XPEL, XP. What am I typing? Did I do it right? Yeah. Okay, so this one is beauty, right? So I think we talked about this one together, but here we go. Nice double inside bar pattern on the daily. This is a beautiful pattern to play right there. So just playing this pattern, either drilling down on the Monday open, taking the breaks, or taking the fibs inside, the orbs. These are going to be good plays. All right. I don't know. Piton Baba Uber. Sorry guys, I can't get to everything. unfortunately, but I feel like the educational part is probably more important than the chart request, right? So here we go. Nice inside bar on Peloton. That's a beautiful one. On the daily, that could be a trade for tomorrow. There's a lot of trades potential for tomorrow. A lot. Like it's actually crazy. Visa, Shop. Let's do Visa, FCX, Uber. Okay, Visa, nice daily. So the first time I got into Visa was back here when I was pressing up against the all-time highs. So that was a good play with that inside bar. So you guys see what I'm trying to show you, right? Like I'm just trying to keep it simple. Inside bars, outside bars. Here we go. Here's an inside bar, winner. Here's an outside bar, winner. Beautiful. It doesn't need to work all the time. It doesn't need to. It's fine. We need to get 34 out of 100 if we're going for 2 to 1. That's the whole point of this, is make it simple so that you can execute it. Okay? Uber, weekly, nothing, daily, nothing, monthly, nothing. So otherwise than that, we have this monthly inside bar over here that actually had a breakdown. You see that monthly inside bar? We broke down. So that's good money on puts right there if anyone did take that. Okay? And FedEx right here. Yeah, I see a lot of you gotta go. So I'm gonna wrap it up right here, guys. So appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Daily, weekly, monthly power play right here. All right. Okay. So that's it, guys, because we're approaching the 1 hour and 30 mark. And I know it's Sunday night and we all have stuff to do. I have to get the chart requests. I have to get the chart requests set up and post them and all that. So I'm going to get to that. Did GAA reach out about sending up an interview? Yes, he did, brother. We have an interview scheduled. GAA is going to be interviewing me soon. And it's going to be good. Do we have a winner for freebies? Well, unfortunately, we didn't get to the 250 mark, brother. But when we do, I will be doing the freebies. All right. So that's it for me. Thank you again for your time. If you guys really, take the time to watch these videos, I promise you that your trading will never be the same again, because I'm basically giving you 6 or 7 years of experience in these hour-long videos. And that's why every time we have a different topic, we talk about new things. What we need to focus on this week is what we talked about, managing risk, and about how to profit in uncertain environments. And the last thing I want to say is, okay, so we're going to talk about what I want you guys to do this week is about blocking out negativity. So I have to deal with this on my own battles that I have, and we're going to talk about it. The human mind is designed to actually focus on the negative things and not on the positive things. And the reason that it focuses on the negative things is because it's defensive, right? Because it wants to protect itself. It wants to protect you. So it always focuses on the negative things, right? So that you can be aware of them. But the thing is, you become what you think about. So if you're constantly thinking about the negative things, you will become what you're thinking. If you will become negative. It'll spread through your brain. So we have to focus on the positive things, and the things that are out of our control, we have to let them go. We have to, because there's no benefit to having that in your mind and in your head. So this week, anything that's negative, we're going to filter it out. We're going to focus on making money. We're going to focus on helping the community. We're going to focus on helping each other. And that negative thought is a cancer, and you have to kill cancer before it spreads. Okay, remember that. You have to kill the cancer before it spreads. Otherwise than that, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate every single one of you, and have a great night.